Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video we're going to be talking a bit about 9.1, be it PvP, PvE, flying, anything really, because 9.1 is looking to be quite a fun patch. Now that said, of course there are some minor details that are a bit more annoying for some, but good for others, so we'll be going over that as well, of course. Anyway guys, as always, I hope you enjoyed the vid. Alright guys, so let's start off first with M+, what I'm most passionate about. Now M+ is looking quite interesting with a new affix called Tormented. The basics, you have 4 mobs, a bit like in the Awakened affix, and those mobs, you just pull them, you kill them, you get anima power, and if you don't kill them, the boss gets an aura. I won't go into details with it, but overall, this is looking quite fun overall. It's a nice change from the last affix we still have today actually, which is Pride, which makes the route quite linear and a bit boring, and that's a report that a lot of people have talked about. Even people that don't do that much M+ have gotten kind of bored of it, because you will always take the same routes and you might pull a bit more, you might pull a bit less, but generally the same mobs will be pulled, which is quite boring. But with the next affix, that might change, and I'm hoping it does. Outside of that, we also have some news about Keystone Master achievement changing, which will require you to also do some tyrannical keys in order to get your Keystone Master. Now, overall, is this a bad thing? Yeah, I tend to think it slightly is. Now, personally, it won't really affect me, because I do a lot of M+ at the start of the season, so it's not particularly a problem. But I understand that the people that just, want the achievement might find themselves, having to play a bit more than they usually do to get this achievement. However, generally what I would like to see from Blizzard when it comes to this is an extra achievement, perhaps. A bit more like how PvP is done, you've got your combatant, challenger, rival, duelist into gladiator and rank 1. That would be great if they could add the same system or something similar to PvP, with similar rewards being offered to M+, and I think generally this is slowly what we're getting into, considering that there's different stages when it comes to the M+ achievements. You've got Conqueror, you've got Traveler, etc, etc. They were looking also, I'm not sure if this is confirmed, but they were also looking at a +20 achievement, which gave you like some teleporting to the dungeons, I think, or something like that. Which is cool, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, I still feel like they should add some extra rewards to emphasize people to play more M+ over +15, because +15, yeah, sure, at the start of the season, it's pretty tough. The first week, you just see the best players get to it. Second week, you just see people start getting 14s, 15s for their weekly, and then the third week, like, everyone is starting to do it. Now, the thing is, if you only push people to get to +15, then people are only gonna do +15. They're not gonna try the higher levels, because the only reason you want to do higher levels is for numbers. There's no other reason. So that's the slight problem I have right now with the system. I really hope they're gonna try to find a way a bit like how PvP works nowadays, with how you're rewarded for each rank/rating you get to, which is kind of what they're doing, because they're getting something similar to Radar.io inside of WoW, which is the whole idea as to why they're changing what Conqueror will require you to get, roughly, which I think is 1.5k WoW score, whatever the hell you want to call it, io.wow or something cool like that. Anyway, for M+, it's looking pretty good. It would be nice to see some more changes coming to the actual achievements, so that people actually want to play M+, for better reasons than getting a recall of amounts. Outside of that though, I'm very excited to test out this new affix. It's looking great, and honestly, getting anima powers and thinking about which ones are going to be better than others, that's going to be fun. Alright, next let's talk a bit about PvP. Now, I'm not the greatest PvP player, but looking at what they're doing, it's looking quite interesting, and a lot of the new talents are looking pretty cool. The animations, etc., looking pretty dank, you know, being able to TP someone to the other side of the map, or putting a ice wall to block someone, or just shooting a arcane nuke to blow up Pheromore again, but through the arena this time, and actually killing a lot of people through walls, is looking pretty fun, as well as the addition of a lot of more strike effects, which I'm not sure how I feel about that, but yeah, it could be quite fun, and I can't wait to see if they're actually gonna do anything to like actually balance some of the stuff out, because I know there's been a lot of problems recently with PvP and how it's working. A lot of people are not playing PvP because there's boosting going on, there's a lot of other stuff going on that's stopping the progression of people, and also the lack of people at higher rating to actually be able to push. Outside of that though, I'm just excited to try out a new season and just have fun on my Shadow Priest and my Warlock, to be honest. So yeah. Rating 9.1, Chains of Domination. Now this just got me excited. This raid is looking exciting. It drops 3 mounts, one from the achievement, one from Mythic Sylvanas, and one from a boss, I think that's called the 9. And all the 3 mounts look pretty dank, although the Sylvanas mount, man, those Blood Elf mounts just look so cool. I just want that one, and I know I'm going to be farming for that Mythic Sylvanas kill, just to get the mount. Outside of that, how is the raid so far? Well, from what I've seen other people and other content creators say, the raid itself, the testing, etc. is looking pretty good. This raid is looking to be better than Castle Nafria, which is quite good news, because Castle Nafria, there was some good side to it. The aesthetics was fucking great. The feel and the raid at the start was pretty good as well. But some bosses like SLG and yeah, Council were kind of laggy and kind of ruined the experience. But outside of that, it was a great raid tier, but I think this one is going to be a lot better, with some cool fights, like the first fight having you get some anima powers, which I think is really cool in itself. Now, we'll have to see how tuned this is, but overall getting anima powers and getting strong is really cool, and has this kind of Mage Tower feel to it, and I feel Blizzard has a lot of potential with that. Blizzard, please, if you're watching this, just make another Mage Tower, I beg. But outside of that, the raid is looking quite good. The aesthetics looking amazing. Some of the bosses referring to some of the key lore figures. So we've got Garrosh, we've got Nazul, we've got Sylvanas, we've got Kel'Thuzan, all really long-time fan favorites. Even characters that were already inside of Warcraft 3, which I know a lot of people love. And this is gonna be one of those raids that, if they do well, is gonna be very popular and very remembered, just for how good and how many characters are well known, even to like the complete lore noob, which is really cool, I think. Not only that, but we're also getting some really cool ass Transmog. The Transmog is looking fabulous. Some cool pets and a hand as a mount for doing the achievement run, which is just like, what? I want that, man. I want that hand. I want to go around riding a big ass hand and just go to a dungeon, or just go in a BG and just roll around in that. That's really cool. Well, of course, some new pets. I'm not a pet fan, but if you are, there's a bunch of them. Some of looking pretty good. Remind me a bit of Diablo pets, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, the Transmog is looking fabulous. Some of the fights are looking really, really cool, and a lot of lore components for them lore nerds out there, which sometimes I feel like one as well. But I'm not gonna put myself into one of those categories just yet. Anyway, for rating, this is the one I'm mostly certain is gonna be well remembered, and it's gonna be a really fun raid. Lastly, world content and the new mega dungeon. Man, that mega dungeon and a dragon with a pirate hat is looking fantastic. I generally can't wait, because mega dungeons so far, both Karazhan and Mechagon, have been amazing. Two amazing dungeons that I really love. Mechagon having a hard mode that was really, really cool. Took quite a few wipes, you know, it made you think about it. and after some time you got a cool achievement for not dying to anything at all in the dungeon, as well as doing the hard mode itself and farming for amounts with 4 homies, which is really cool in itself. And they're looking to do something similar with hard mode with this dungeon, which is really amazing because a lot of people I know really love Mechagon just for that, as well as the fact that Mechagon was a really good dungeon. Same with Karazhan. Karazhan, dude, is just it's all the way there, man. We don't even judge Karazhan. Karazhan was like the best thing since flavored condoms. But outside of that, yeah, this dungeon is looking pretty fabulous, as well as another dinner plate kind of mount. Not too sure about the mount, but it could be cool. I mean, I'm thinking maybe on a gnome or something. Damn. Well, I'm not doing it for the mount, I'm more doing it for the difficulty and the feel of it, because it's looking quite fun. And I mean, can you really resist a timeless dragon with a pirate hat on? It's like an Amalgadon from Hearthstone. Come on, you gotta kill it at least once, right? I mean, yeah. Plus, not only that, we also get flying. Now, flying, dude, like flying. I don't even know how to fly anymore. I don't even have a flying mount bound on my bars anymore. I used to always have one just in case I was farming a raid or something for Transmog. I don't even have that anymore. So I'm really looking forward to be able to fly in Shadowlands. Just looking at the aesthetics of Shadowlands, it's gonna be a great feel to just fly around, you know, Ardenweald and just see the place from up high. Same with like all the other ones, but Ardenweald, dude, is gonna be amazing, especially for that. Anyway, I think I've been rambling long enough, and I hope this gives you a bit of a feel of what's coming in 9.1. There's tons of more things, and this was just a general feel of 9.1 for a bit of every type of content. And generally, 9.1 is shaping up to be a good patch, but we'll have to see about that when it actually comes out quite soon. Anyway, guys, stay tuned. Make sure you sub, like, and hit that bell button, as it really helps out the channel grow if you enjoy my content. And we'll see you guys in the next one. See ya!